I'm a person in general who lives on energy. Everything I reach right now is based on this blessing. There is nothing called the right time. There's something called now. AI will take over real estate as every other business. Leadership is my passion. Let's go kill it. Let's go hit it. Let's run. Let's hunt. Let's push. Let's make it happen.
Today's guest is someone I've been following for 2 years, someone who's held senior roles at some of the world's biggest technology companies, such as Microsoft, IBM, and now Senior Vice President of global organisation JAGGAER, driven over 1.5 billion in revenue across various markets, a global voice in business, a mentor, an international speaker, and now onto your own venture, The Don.
Thank you, Whitney, for having me today. It's a pleasure to be with you.
No, honestly, it's an honour. I've been dying to have a podcast with you for years now. So, as I always start with all guests that come onto our podcast, tell me, how did the journey start?
Well, that's a very long question to answer. It can take, I don't think it can take less than days to explain the journey itself. But I would say, in the beginning, I want to say first that I was really blessed. And everything God gave me was really a gift to me because everything I reach right now is based on this blessing. And I'm very happy with it and I'm very proud of it. I think it's really a gift from God. The journey started in a very simple way. I started as a normal sales guy. Even before that, actually, I joined IBM in the beginning as a collector.
As a what, sorry?
As a collector.
Okay.
So that was my first job that I was recruited for as an intern after college. And somehow they found in me something much stronger than that. And I moved to sales role after that. And this is how my whole journey started in technology business for 27 years now. Staying in IBM in the beginning was definitely a big school because at that time, IBM was one of the top companies in the world, which it still is. Yeah. But that time it was much stronger than that because they owned the ThinkPads, they owned which is now Lenovo, right? So this was owned as well by IBM at that time. So learning the sales or getting graduated from a big sales academy like IBM, it's a big achievement. And it was really, again, a blessing because some people just dream to join these companies. Yeah. And I was very blessed to join at a very young age. I moved through different roles in IBM itself, sales manager, director, and so on. But the main passion was always sales, right? And at the same time, it was a starting point of me being on stage in general and starting to explain to the audience about technology, about products, about many things. And they saw also something in me. They put me on stage and I always refer to my mentor and the person who discovered this talent in myself. And he's now in Canada, God bless him, but he was the first person to tell me that you'll be a superstar, you'll be on stage, and you'll always do something good. So I learned a lot from this point, and that's why now I'm using it to build successors and to help people grow. Sometimes it's a life-changing moment, right? Because if somebody doesn't discover this in one person, he can spend or she can spend all her life, and she doesn't know or he doesn't know that they can be a star. So it's really a blessing. Moving out of IBM, I joined Microsoft, which is another big and large organization. It's crazy, yeah. It's beautiful, and it was an amazing time in Microsoft. I was headhunted to join Microsoft as well. Wow. Yeah, and I created a lot of energy in the role that I did when I joined there. So I moved from one role to another, again, between sales director and running channels and so on.
How long was you there for?
So IBM was around 5 years, and then I joined Microsoft. I stayed also another 5 years.
Okay.
Again, another kind of great work, I would say, and hard work. So I get headhunted by Cisco Systems, which is another...
Everyone wanted you.
tycoon. Again, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, and I'm really happy to say, but definitely, yes, it's a hard work, right? At the end of the day, I'm considering myself as an entrepreneur. And if you consider yourself as an entrepreneur inside your job, you will grow. because you give the right commitment, you give the right
Did
dedication.
Did you feel that when you was in these roles as well as sales? Did you feel always that you was going to be an entrepreneur?
Look, I felt I'm always having a leadership position inside me. I like to lead in general, right?
Yeah.
Leadership is my passion. Let's put it this way. And I always felt there's something about it. There's something inside me that wants me to take it upwards, right? And again, it comes with hard work, with learning, with a lot of humbleness as well, collaboration with people, teamwork, a lot of themes that people talk about as simple, but it's not that simple. It's very important. It's really a life-changing. I joined there, I stayed again, and then I joined Cisco, as I told you, and it was amazing time for me. This is the time where cloud started to come to the world, right? I spent a very good time there. I was running emerging markets from Russia to even Brazil. I was running smart cities at that time, which was something so big and so new.
And how old was you at that point? Because you must have been in your 20s.
yeah. It's actually true. It's actually true.
Wow.
But it was lovely because you're learning every day a new thing. You're exposing yourself to different cultures, different nationalities, different mentalities, different regions, learning how to deal with all these people, how to introduce a new concept to the world as well.
Yeah.
Smart cities at that time was not something important, right? Green initiatives, right? Now we call it sustainability. It was called Green Initiative before. So I was part of this as well. And lucky enough, when the cloud was introduced to the world, let's say, again, another amazing shift for me is that Microsoft called me back again.
Oh, wow.
So,
no one wants to let you go.
so it was amazing feeling, honestly.
Yeah.
And this is the time that I felt really now I'm an entrepreneur. I'm just a professional football player, you know? That you
in
just,
the technology
whatever
industry.
you do best,
Yes.
they will call you back.
Yes.
And they wanted to work with you. So you have a quality that you need to develop and strengthen and make sure that it's clear to everyone. And again, you have to understand you're still not there yet.
Yeah.
You need to always focus on the next step.
100%. But you've obviously built your name from such a young age that everyone did want a piece of you and what you had to bring to the table.
That's very true. But at the same time, I was not focusing on that, to be honest. I was focusing on how to continue, how to go forward.
Yeah.
This is not the end. There is no limit, basically, to success. I think success is really kind of rented.
Yes. And the rent's due every day.
And the rent is due every day. This is exactly the point, right? So you need to give a lot to be successful. And I think being successful at one point of time, that's kind of a successful moment. But maintaining the success over years, that's a big thing. And how to do it, it needs a lot of work that you can do to develop yourself and continue being successful along the years. It's a lot of hard work. Back to the journey. So, went back to Microsoft. I was very happy, very proud as well, honestly, that they called me back because Microsoft is a giant. Nobody doesn't know Microsoft, right? It's a very big name. And people think that selling Microsoft is easy because of the name, which is actually completely not true.
Really?
Absolutely, because at that time, the biggest enemy of Microsoft, our biggest competitor in the market, was actually the piracy, right? So at that time, you're trying to sell the Windows and Office Suite and so on, and then you introduce Azure afterwards with the cloud transformation and so on. And your main competitor is basically piracy, people who are just faking or copying your product. So it was not an easy job. However, I led the cloud transformation program when I went back, and I was running as a channel chief. So I ran the whole channel organization for Microsoft at that time, covering Middle East and Africa, based out of Dubai at that time. And it was really blessing again, because you're working with almost 32,000 partners.
Wow.
Which is crazy number of people that you're traveling every week with one country, trying to work with people, trying to convince them what does it mean cloud transformation. And it reminds me actually of what we're going through now, which we will talk about it later, but cloud was an era, now AI.
Yeah.
Right? So I've been through this and now I'm going through that, which is very interesting. It makes me feel older. but at the same time, it's again, I think I'm lucky to be part of these two. After that, I shifted completely to a different culture, organization, I would say, and I joined Huawei, the Chinese company.
Yes.
And that was another game.
Was you headhunted by them or did
Absolutely.
you? Was you?
Absolutely, for sure. For sure. And then I joined Huawei. I was honestly reluctant in the beginning to join after American organizations all my life. At that time, to join a Chinese company was not an easy shift, right?
What made you join? What made you
I'm a
accept?
challenger.
Yeah.
Right?
You like to learn.
Yeah, I love to learn. And at the same time, it's for me like nothing better than change that will make you accommodate the change and then when you learn, right?
Yeah.
I felt I can add a lot to the company as well, myself. After all the experience I've been through, I joined there as a VP for the enterprise business for the whole region as well. And it was another amazing shift in my career, right? So I felt I can add value to them, and definitely I felt I would learn a lot from this unknown kind of culture to me at that time. We spent very good time. We developed a huge amount of revenue. We opened million markets. We grew very, very big in Huawei. It was really a great experience. I mean, I built a lot of friends. I'm going to China and then to Germany and South Africa.
Must have
and then
friends
to
all
US.
over the world, Don.
I think yes. I mean, as I called, a lot of people we know definitely. Some of them are definitely friends. After Huawei, I stopped my career. After that, I moved to an American company, which is called Comscope. And this for infrastructure, cabling, and data center, another American company. But I didn't stay there for long. I stayed there for only 1 year. I was the managing director and the VP for the region as well. And it was a great organization to learn from. However, the business model for them was a little bit passive to me because we basically were selling passive network, right? So it was more slower than what I've been through. Coming from Microsoft and Cisco and Huawei, you're crazy about targets, you're crazy about penetrating, you're crazy about growth. All what you're thinking about is to develop and grow and run and hit and hunt and a lot of aggressive actions.
Yeah.
This is how these companies are the companies they are now.
Was that challenging for you, would you say?
It was very challenging.
Was that one of the most challenging ones?
It was very challenging because, you see the growth potential, which you're used to build plans about it and growing from there. But you don't see this as something that will happen in this organization because they're okay with their development area, right? So they have their own plans, which I definitely respect a lot. But it was kind of a slowdown. You know what I mean? So coming from all this crazy organizations, 100% sales-driven leadership is something really you grow there to something more slower, I would say. It's a great company and the people were amazing people, right? Really, we had a great time together, but it was not matching my character. It was not matching my energy. I'm a person in general who lives on energy, right? If you see me any day, I'm not happy, it means there is no energy. It's nothing happened. It's just my energy is down. And I always live on energy and always try to transfer this energy to the people around me as well, because I think it's one of my roles in the world.
I think that's important as a leader.
100%. 100%.
Bring the energy.
Just imagine one thing. Imagine you entering a room with your team, right? If your energy is down, the whole meeting is down.
Yes.
It's finished.
100%.
If you enter with an energy and you're delivering the message in a very strong energy, powerful message, everybody will be jumping around you because they follow you, because you're the leader. 100%. And they get motivated, inspirational talks with them. It takes them to the next level. So anyways, after that...
Headhunters it again?
There is a lot more. So after that, I joined a complete shift in my career. Completely now, not organization only, but I joined real estate, right?
I was going to ask you about this. I believe that you was the president for Damac.
Correct.
Opening China and Russia.
Yeah, I was running international business, so I was opening the China practice and the Russian market as well for the real estate at that time. And that was completely different, right? So this was another new experience. First of all, at that time, it was end of 2017, I think. And the market was still in the growth mood, right? However, it was down a little bit at that time. So it was a great learning experience as well. Understanding after selling solutions and technology and networking and software and hardware and the whole ICT portfolio, let's say end to end, you're going to sell basically apartments and villas and lands and islands and all of these things, right? I had a very big team, very, very big team. But it gave me the pleasure to understand that there's another complete business happening especially in Dubai, which is the most, I think, growing in the real estate segment. But my main focus was international, right? I was trying to open more international markets, as I mentioned to you, in China specifically. I even had a business card in Chinese.
Wow.
At that time.
Can you speak Chinese?
No. At all. At all. I mean, I know some words, but I don't want to say them on the podcast. But I mean, like, I know some words. They're not bad, but I don't want to say them wrong. But yeah, I had this. I needed to open this market in China, and at the same time in the Russian market. But I learned also what does it mean real estate in Dubai. And I can tell you, in very few months, I made friends with all the top leaders of real estate in the whole country.
Wow.
Because it looks like a big market, but it's actually a very small market on the leadership position, right? So if you look around the real estate market in general in Dubai here, you'll find the leaders are very well known.
Yeah.
The ones under that leaders, they're changing every day. It's very transactional business happening in Dubai, right? There's no doubt that Dubai made it in the real estate market. They're growing so fast, right? They're growing very, very fast. And it's actually not a common thing, because every time in real estate, there should be a curve up and down. It's still on the growth one, which is odd to the real estate market globally, but they're very successful in that. However, I think there's a lot of corrections that's to happen in this market as well. Part of it will not be in their own hands, because AI will come and it will take over. So
is that how you see it going?
100%. AI will take over real estate as every other business, right? So right now you have, I don't know even the number of the real estate sales representative or the realtor, as they call themselves, right? In Dubai. It's a lot. It's basically a job of people who doesn't have a job. They try their luck and they go there and they start getting in the machine and they try to sell opportunities and leads and, apartments and so on, with all the developers happening, with all the new projects off plan.
Do you not think people want to speak to a person though? If I'm buying a property, I want to speak to a human.
That's what we're used to.
Yes, we are.
But at the same time, you were also used to call the hotel and ask for a room.
Yeah.
Right now, you don't have this since IVR time. You have to press the button and just ask. So this is one of the changes will happen. Later on, there's not even IVR, it's only AI. And it's the same, because what AI does to the market of real estate specifically, it will replace all this human interaction, because you see people running around everywhere, right? Running around and showing this and showing that. All this will be just a click of a button for you. You don't need all of that. All the information that you need to talk to about it, even with a human, it will be an agent. And it will be not writing, it will be an agent talking to you. Wow. We call it agent to agent, right, in AI. And this will really be a big shift in the market, especially that Dubai is one of the main leaders in AI, right? And the country in UAE in general, one of the main leaders in AI, one of the first countries in the world that have a minister of AI, right? So this is a great initiative happening here. Wow. From technology perspective, it's massive. But from real estate, unfortunately for some people, yes, because they will lose a lot of their parts that they can work on. But with all honesty, this is how it will happen. It will happen very, very soon, by the way. There's a lot of projects happening in the background right now to start having the agentic AI very deeply in real estate. So it will shift the market. Good thing it will regulate it, which is very interesting. So you'll not have the kickbacks from one realtor to the other and all this plans that you do behind the deal and so on. I'm not saying it's bad. It's definitely, everybody wants to make a commission at the end. But at the same time, sometimes it creates problem, right? AI also will drive safety, right? Because you'll never know who you are meeting as well in a real estate meeting, right? This is not something, people are abusing the situation here, especially that majority of the real estate agents in Dubai are women, right? And it's definitely, it creates some problems, right? It's not the 100% safe environment to talk to someone stranger about investment in general. So I believe the market will still grow because of AI, actually, not the opposite, right? So if it's implemented very soon, this market will continue growing in Dubai because it's very well known now globally, and the developments happening every single day, new projects. It's basically you're changing the piece of land to be more accommodating to people, right? And driving a lot of initiatives around it, right?
So do you think people need to be worried about their jobs? Or do they need to get to... I literally just bought an AI book on the way here, actually. And it's so interesting. But do you think people should be worried about AI?
Look, there will be always a human factor.
Yes.
Right? That will be included in the AI job for sure. Always has to be a human factor. But yes, for sure, all these agents will disappear because we don't need them anymore, right? So they don't need to be worried. I think what they need to do is to
learn and adapt.
Learn and adapt and find a job that can still need them to do, right? At the end of the day, there's opportunity for everything. AI will take over doesn't mean that people will not have jobs. If I'm in their place, I will say, how can I use AI in my favor, right? How can I build a company behind it that I'm the one who's running the AI, for example, right? Not everyone will take that for sure because some of them are not very advanced and so on, but at the same time, this is how I'll think about it, right? So it will take over, for sure it will. There's no doubt about it. And people are not feeling it, but it's actually already starting.
Yes.
It's already starting. And the change will be massive, right? And it will be sudden change for some people because they're not aware about it. But it's happening. It's happening very, very soon. You will see a lot of people without jobs, yes. But as I mentioned, whatever they learn, they need to find another role that can help their human part and continue to grow. So that's about, let's say,
your journey,
the real estate part, and it was very interesting part. Again, I think.
Did you enjoy doing real estate? What would you say was the most fun out of both, and what was the most challenging out of technology to real estate?
Okay, so definitely moving from technology to real estate, you're going from a very organized way of doing things, very structured thinking, being a real trusted advisor to, I don't want to say a chaos in real estate. I don't want to say it this way because people will get it wrong, but it's not very organized for sure. Everybody here is doing real estate, like literally, right? So you're going to this field and you find, oh my God, what's going on here? How can you create a growth plan in the middle of all this mess around you, right? Everybody's running, everybody's trying, some people without background, some people with background. It's challenging. It's challenging. Talent is very challenging also in this business.
There's so many people in real estate here.
It's crazy.
And I bet there's lots of fights going on. I always
absolutely, absolutely.
Because everyone will want the deal.
Everybody wants the deal. And the funny part, database that people are working on is actually the same.
You're joking.
Right? So 100%. I mean, I know a lot of secrets about it. I don't want to share it, but yes.
You're not sure else one?
It goes around. I can tell you that some people are selling this database.
Wow.
Yeah. And they sell them to many people. And this is the trap that any real estate agent will fall into, that they're calling the same,
oh my God,
client or the same prospect. And that's very challenging because think about it. When I receive any call right now from any unknown number and by coincidence I answer it and I found it real estate, I honestly don't entertain the discussion.
What do you say? Are you one of them?
Honestly, yes.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you why. Because I have my very close people that I know I trust in this business already. So if I need something, I will go to them and they will inform me about the real things that it will match me. The rest is just noise, with all honesty, right? Building trust in this business is very, very hard. Because imagine, people are used to transactional business, so it's not easy to trust people there. So yes, going from technology to this business was not the easy change, but I learned a lot. I learned a lot how to deal with some of people who are not very professional sometimes, some people who are very amateurs in a way, right? It's some people think that money can buy everything. And I want to say something here because really, really, it's a true quote that everything valuable in our life is not for money.
No. 100%.
It's not for money at all.
It's not.
You cannot buy trust.
No.
You cannot buy
Loyalty.
feelings. You cannot buy loyalty. You cannot buy commitment. You cannot buy dedication. All of these values.
Happiness.
Happiness, you can never buy it.
Happiness is an inside job.
It's definitely 100% inside. So that's why I'm saying it's a learning. It was a very big learning, definitely, out of that. And then I decided to go back to technology, right? So after all this this journey, and this is where I am right now, I'm part of JAGGER, which is a huge organization, 30 years celebrating this year, by the way, in JAGGER.
Well done.
It's a SaaS company selling an e-procurement solution globally, based out of North Carolina in the US. And myself, I'm covering Middle East and Africa and the Asia Pacific region. So on the map, it's like kind of half of the world.
Yeah.
Very diverse region, very wide. I can tell you that currently the amount of nationalities in the team in the region is over 23, 24 nationalities. Wow. So you can imagine how much great culture backgrounds you're dealing with, different feelings, different intentions, different backgrounds.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing learning. And that's why I love it so much, right? I started my 7th year in JAGGER.
Wow.
And that's quite long, by the way, because usually I like to grow faster, right? And
you like to be headhunted.
Yeah, I like to be that way, right? It's exactly. So, but at the same time, the job itself, it gave me a lot of pleasure because I transformed a lot of things, right? Inside the organization, changing the region itself, removing all the things before my time and creating an organized structure, a clear direction, a clear goal, a clear theme.
Culture. Yeah.
100%. The culture of one team.
Yes.
Is something.
It's so important, that.
Look, my signature on my email even is one team.
I love that.
Right? And this is all the time. And everybody's repeating it now because they believe it. Because at the end of the day, if you don't believe something, you'll be trying to go against it.
Yeah.
And once you go against it, unfortunately, if everybody's going that direction, you're going that direction, thank you so much, you will not exist at a point of time. And that's what I'm trying to change, you know, in the organization. And people are really accommodating it because as a leader, you always look to build successors. You always like to celebrate people's success. You're always proud of people getting successful. And I think from my perspective, leadership is actually very, very hard job. It's the only job that's very hard to develop. If you don't have it, don't try. If you have it, make sure that you develop it, strengthen it, put a lot of skills on it,
and then you pass it
top
down.
it up and practice it every day. Because leadership is believing. It's not words, right? There's a big difference when a manager enters the room and a leader enters the room, right? When a manager enters the room, he will care about today, about what's happening now.
Leader is the visionary.
100%. When a leader enters the room, he will give them what's happening, where they're going, and how to go in the same direction, again, as one team. That's a big change. And that's a very different direction, right? So I believe I love leadership a lot. And I think leadership is something, again, was blessed to have it. It's an internal thing, but I believe I use it in a very right direction because I love it and I love people.
But it's also one of the hardest jobs to lead from the front line because it is.
It's very, very hard.
And I just want to ask you, how do you prepare yourself for that on a day-to-day basis? I mean, we had a chat the other day and your schedule is just off the hook. Like,
that's crazy.
It's crazy. I thought mine were bad, but no, it doesn't even come close. I mean, you're all over the world. You're working till 2 o'clock in the morning or sometimes up early. How do you do all of that and lead a team with so much enthusiasm, energy, and
Look, as I told you, it's a passion, right? So I consider leadership for me as a sport.
Okay.
I'm practicing every day.
Yes.
And again, everything in our life is a mindset.
Yes.
For me, I was very successful in training my mindset that leadership is where I want to be. And this is where it drives me every morning, spending the 10-15 minutes in front of my mirror, talking to myself about what we're going to do today. Let's go kill it. Let's go hit it. Let's run. Let's hunt. Let's push. Let's make it happen. Once I bring it inside me in the first early morning, all of this transferred to the team directly in any discussion. Because imagine my day between customers
Yes.
and partners and colleagues and the other colleagues in the US, time zones are very different as well, right? So I was just in Morocco, then I went to Miami, then to Singapore, now in Dubai. It's crazy, right? It's not an easy life. It's a very, very tough one. But if you have the mindset of leadership, it will always drive you to the same direction. So back to your question, every morning, I spend time with myself, rebuilding my energy, first of all.
Okay.
Because as I mentioned in the beginning, energy is everything.
Yeah.
My mindset is very clear.
Okay.
And it's not about I'm running after a goal.
Are you doing this every morning?
Every morning.
Let's tell everyone, right? What's your morning ritual?
Every morning, regardless of where I am, I have to spend the first 10-15 minutes alone completely talking about my day, not in meetings.
Okay.
Not in meeting you and a gentleman and Mr. X and so on. It's about we will do 1, 2, 3. We will develop, we'll grow, we'll hunt, we'll kick, we'll just make it happen.
Yeah.
We can. This is where I love to spend the morning because it gives me a lot of energy. And again, it's a mindset because my mindset here is very clear that leadership is my passion. And this is where I want to go. My mindset also is very clear that I want to develop my team. I want them to also grow. I want to give them the right space to grow. I want to make sure that they understand how to grow. Because some people, by the way, can grow, but they don't know how.
Yeah.
And this is where the leadership comes, the coaching part is very important. And coaching doesn't have to be in a session. It doesn't have to be in just a session that you have to put the person in front of you and start giving them a session. It can be a 5 minutes talk that can change their life. Because you give them the main tips.
Wisdom.
From your point of view. I don't want to say I'm wisdom, but I'm saying I'm not wise enough, I would say that, but I believe I am.
Yeah.
But yes, you give them all the experience that you have in 5 minutes, and it depends about the person you're talking to, by the way. It differs from one person to another. Who you're talking to, because you know the background, you know how to deliver the message to them. So I think, again, leadership is about the purpose, not the goal.
Yeah.
Right? Mindset in general is about the purpose, not the goal. Because if you're running after one goal and it doesn't happen, it doesn't mean you'll change your mindset. If the purpose is clear, you'll always go for it.
So that leads me on to ask you about what you've now created, the Don, because the Don is coaching, mentoring, speaker. Tell us a bit more about that, because you've built up all these other companies over the years. Now you have finally done your own venture.
Look, it was kind of, I would say it was a purpose as well from the beginning.
Yeah.
I knew I will do this. I knew it. But as every other person always say, it's not the right time. It's not the right time. It's not the right time. And then I figured out that everything I coach people with, there is nothing called the right time.
Yes.
I need to apply, basically, right? So
that's what you preach, John.
Yeah, there is nothing called the right time. There's something called now.
Yeah.
So I took the decision, finally, and I said, you know what? I'm taking actions to make this happen. It was kind of a purpose and it was a dream before. And the purpose of it, or the main idea of this basically, is to use all the knowledge I have over the last 27 years and still to continue as I'm running a very big business right now, and transfer this knowledge to people in many ways, right? I've been blessed, as I mentioned to you, to be a spokesperson and being on stage.
You're an incredible speaker, by the way.
Thank you so much. But I mean, I've been on stage, I think, over 100 countries.
Wow.
Right? And it's now natural. It's not anymore something that you prepare and stuff like that. Actually, I'm the last person to prepare a presentation. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like to prepare a presentation, right?
Just like to
But I like to talk.
Yeah.
I like to share the content that I have in my mind. I like to share what I feel about it.
That's authentic, though. I think that comes across a lot better.
To be honest, 100%. I mean, at the end of the day,
when
if
people
I'm
are practicing,
standing...
done a presentation, I think it can come across scripted and dead staged.
True. So some stuff has to be with a presentation, right? Like the technical stuff, for
Yeah,
example. You have to put a presentation, you have to show the demo, you have to show these things. But on leadership and talking about businesses, because thank God, again, part of all this blessing is that covered all kind of businesses, public sector, government, financials, aviation, real estate, technology, manufacturing, FMCG, retail, you can understand, right? So there's a lot of topics that you can talk about. And I think presentation is actually a blocker a little bit for me. However, I know that we have to have a presentation, but I'm telling you, like, I don't enjoy making a presentation, but I'm enjoying a lot delivering that, right? So I believe learning all of this and speaking in many different incidents, being either on stage or in interviews or in magazines or in articles or in live TV a lot of times as well, you know, so it gave me a lot of pleasure that, you know what, I love that.
Yeah.
And it actually comes naturally without stress, without sweating, without all of that. So why not to make it an official thing? Because I like to use it. I like to do it. It's something very nice. I love to do it all the time. So that was one of the ideas. The other one, I found myself, as you are a very beautiful host as well, definitely. But I found myself doing good podcasts, right? I found myself every time I sit with a C-level, I like to get their story. I like to understand what they share. The same like myself right now with you. I want to give to people. I want to share with the people.
Yeah.
So I created eStocks Business, which is my podcast and my channel. And we started very, very small. It was just like random thing in the beginning.
Incredible guests on there.
But thank God it's growing very well. As they say, I'm kind of natural in that, which I love. And I always say thank you for it because I love this calling. Natural is very important for me because I hate fake things in general. Yeah. A lot of fake things around us in life. A lot of fake things around and everywhere. I mean, if you consider reality versus fakeness in the current time we have, I think we have a challenge with that. So anyways, I found out that this is very important, right? Doing a podcast for me. Yeah. I interviewed even my CEO in Jagger. I interviewed my CFO. I interviewed real stories about these people because they meet with everyone, right? They share presentations when we have our internal meetings, for example, but at the same time, it's different when you give them the real story behind it.
Because people, when they see leaders like yourselves and they think it's just been handed on a plate, they don't see the other side, the graft that's gone into it over the years. Like you've gone through all of these companies, but every one of them have taken so much time of your life to develop and learn, and people don't see that.
No,
and it's so good that you're now being able to show your story.
100%.
And obviously inspire and motivate so many others as well.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. So in my whole career, again, the amount of leadership courses and trainings and practices I've done, I don't know even how to calculate how it's worth. Really, it's worth a lot. It's worth really a lot because it's every single day for 27 years. That's big in the biggest companies in the world. So no, that's why I always say I'm blessed and thank God for everything. So how to share it with people? This was an idea to get this channel out to the light, right? Interviewing the right people, C-level. People always think that this C person is someone who's a robot or someone very official and stuff. No, they have heart, they have feelings, they have emotions.
They have a story, most of them.
A very big story behind it. No one will reach that level, especially in big corporations, without a real story. No. Right? This is very important. So I decided to open this channel. On the other side, I created something which I call it the C-level transformation program. Because I found out on the other side, reaching a C-level position, which I'm very happy that we went through the journey, is not easy. And right now, everybody's calling themselves CEOs, right? Yeah. So you open anything, you're a CEO, right?
I know.
Good for them. But the reality is to be a real CEO, that needs a lot of things to do, a lot of work to do, a lot of steps to do. So the whole idea about the Dawn is basically helping people in general, at the same time sharing this knowledge in many different ways. Being on stage, as I told you, is my
passion.
That's
your calling.
And I love it. I enjoy it a lot, right? Being with C-level people, either in a podcast or on one-to-one in general, I learn a lot. And definitely I share whatever I can to support them grow.
So you do that? Do you do that as a program and a one-to-one? How does it work?
Look, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to do here is mainly choosing the right people to work with, because it's very hard also to go to everyone. Yeah. Right? I have
I can imagine that you've got a list.
I have a full-time thing that I'm doing, which I love doing it. So this is just a support thing that I do, and I'm trying to pick the right people to do it with. For the podcast, again, we were very lucky because it's growing in a very nice way. And the characters we're interviewing now is becoming so big and so beautiful. And I thank them all, honestly, because they're part of this success. They added a lot to me and they added a lot to our channel. So the idea of the Dawn in general, which is, you will see later how it will grow. But at the moment, I can tell you it's a clear purpose and it's a transferring knowledge idea by myself to the biggest amount of people I can.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And so, how are you going to juggle it all? This is the question. Like, I've just been sat here thinking, how is this man doing this?
Look, focus is everything as well, right? So if you have, as we spoke before, if you have the right mindset,
yes,
you have the clear purpose, and you have the focus, you will make it happen. Yes, I'm busy. And everyone in my position will be also busy.
Yeah.
But it's about priorities.
Yeah.
Right? You have priorities in your life. My main priority at the moment is how to make my role growing, my team successful, always getting the awards, always getting the rewards, closing business, growing. And I love that. You don't understand how much I love this part. This is my main 100% focus. On the personal one, any opportunity I get, I was just in Miami right now, like 3 weeks ago, and I found an opportunity to interview my new CEO. I did. My new chief marketing officer, I did, because we had a studio there, right? So I do it even in a small piece of time because I love it.
Come on, quick.
Yeah, let's go. And thank God it's helping, right?
Yeah.
Because when people say yes, I'm very happy. Because it's, for me, it's not about promoting myself, actually. It's not that. This is not the point. The point is that getting as much stories and as much beautiful leadership stories from other people that help the others to learn from. I think I will not be smart of not doing this, right? Because as I mentioned, I have the skill, let's say. I have the talent for it. I'm very natural in it. I love doing it. And that's why it's showing beautiful. So why not to do it? You know, why not to share with people? Why not to help people? I think if you reach a level and God give you a lot of things to support you in your life, if you don't use it with people, it's shame on you. Yeah. It's not smart. And what are you gaining? You're keeping it for who? Yeah. Right? I'm doing the same. I have 2 kids. I have my son who's now living in Leeds. He's in Leeds University first year. He just finished first year in Leeds. And my daughter, she's in high school in grade 10. And I always do the same with them. I mean, I would love to interview them as well one time, for sure. You need to do that. Yeah, definitely. I would love to interview them as well because they have big stories. I swear to you. Every time I sit with one of them, either alone or with their friends, I learn a lot. Yeah,
they're learning you.
I learned a lot. I mean, the amount of knowledge that I get from them is much more than what I give them now because in their age is different. Yeah. But at the same time, I share as much as I can from skills, from how to be a human. Yeah. How to be a people person, how to give, how not to expect as well. This is a very important thing because sometimes you get bluffed with expectations and then you find out that this person was not the right person in a way. So I'm trying to give as much as I can, but the amount of take as well that I get from them about the new things, the new trends that I have no clue about. For example, in social media, I'm not the expert at all, right? I have a team working on this. I'm trying to understand more tips here. But they're experts. They can do everything. So I learn a lot about what's happening. I learn a lot about new applications that they're using.
My daughter, Lily, I had her in the office. She works with a TikTok team in my agency.
That's what I'm saying.
She's brilliant. I'm like, she's 12.
And they can do everything right now. So I think this is one of the things that drive me as well to start sharing because people think sharing is like something to just ego at all.
No, some people though.
It's 100% humble person. I know I don't look like that, but I am a very humble person. I like to share knowledge with people, and that's the main purpose of the Dawn. One more thing I want to say about that, because one of the things also, because I love to working in technology for all my life and knowing all what's happening in technology, in the biggest companies of the world, I want to also apply AI. Right? So this is one of my main goals as well, to integrate AI within the Dawn thing and see how can you create another me
that's exciting.
as an AI. So a lot of projects in plan, a lot of good things, let's say, coming. But again, blessed and happy and a great journey, I would say.
Honestly, Don, I'm excited to see the journey of your brand, and it's well deserved after all the years you've given to everybody else. It's going to be a huge success.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And thank you for coming on today.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. It was amazing. Honestly, a discussion. I didn't feel the time. I didn't feel anything, but I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I hope your audience enjoy it as well.
Thank you.
And thank you for having me again.